Hey there! Next up, we have the team from Helppier, an Android app that creates volunteering opportunities in local neighborhoods. The app was designed on Figma and developed using React Native and Cloud Run by James, Janice, Muhammad, and Uluwataleyu from the University of Toronto in Canada. Enjoy!
Our project Helppier is a mobile app that encourages neighbors helping neighbors through gamified volunteering. 2020 was a challenging year for everybody, especially for volunteering. People are feeling more isolated and in need of help, but may not have anybody in their neighborhood to turn to. Our goal is to encourage a new social norm of volunteering in people's daily routines in their local neighborhood. Research identified that while over 90% of us want to volunteer, only a quarter of us actually do.
On Helppier login screen, first time the user can sign in from an account, which takes them through a streamlined and engaging onboarding process. With Helppier, instead of volunteering from organizations, people can sign up to volunteer to help people in their local neighborhood with flexible time commitments. We also gamify volunteering and build in our own cryptocurrency called Karma Points, which incentivize volunteering among social circles.
On the home screen, users can begin their volunteer task search. By clicking search, the app guides the users through a step-by-step process of finding tasks suited to them based on time, commitment, date, and type of tasks. The user can also see all of the closest tasks based on their criteria and switch between map and list view. The user can also see details about each task, such as distance away, time required, and also karma coins earned. Here, the user is going to choose to help his neighbor pick up groceries. On the task page, the user can see additional details and also learn more about who they're helping before choosing to volunteer. Users can immediately begin their task after clicking volunteer and confirm once their task is also complete. And since trust and community building is important on Helppier, user feedback is encouraged after every task.
If you're a user that wants to request for help, you can request a volunteer. The app takes you through a similar step-by-step process where the user can fill out the details of the request based on location and preview the post before submitting it to the volunteer board. The rewards section allows users to redeem your karma coins and includes a friends leaderboard to incentivize and encourage volunteering in social circles. Here, the user can also redeem the karma coins, our app cryptocurrency, and can select either a gift card or donate to a charity. The system incentivizes volunteering and also establishes partnerships with local organizations, allowing local businesses to get more visibility within their neighborhood. Helppier, at its core, is about neighbors, helping neighbors, and with this platform, we can help build community.
Hi again, Florina. Hi, Team Helppier. It's good to see all of you.
Hi.
Hi. Awesome. So, Florina, I know that you have a couple questions for this team as well, and maybe you can introduce yourself again. I'll pass it to you.
Sure. Thank you. So I'm Florina Muntenescu. I'm an Android developer relations engineer. So I really enjoyed checking out your project and learning more about how you see volunteering. So more specifically, one thing I really liked is that you're able to give an extra financial incentive for folks to volunteer. And not only that, but because like this, you're supporting local communities, such a good idea. But I have questions. So the first question I have is, are there any other competitors or similar apps out there? And what do you think is the main advantage of your app compared to theirs?
That's a great question. So in Canada, there are some apps that tailor to specific causes like animal rescues or volunteering for high school students, but there's actually no comprehensive network that really encompasses all the different volunteering organizations or individuals that need help. And this also applies internationally. So myself and James, we're in Canada. Amin is in Scotland and Tele's in Nigeria. So we've already seen this type of need for this kind of platform around the world to really facilitate connection and volunteering. And especially in the past year with COVID, it's really illuminated the desire for people to help others in their local neighborhood. Right now, many nonprofit organizations don't actually have the funding or even the infrastructure to support their own volunteer recruitment programs. So the organizations often have to resort to very traditional methods of recruitment like posters or WhatsApp groups to recruit people. And so the advantage that Helppier offers as a platform is that it really democratizes outreach and enables smaller organizations and individuals to seek help from volunteers in their local neighborhood. Another benefit is that Helppier really incentivizes social circles to volunteer too, since we've built in our own cryptocurrency reward system, which has like a leaderboard to keep track of volunteering and also sustain interest for volunteers after they've joined as well. So ultimately, Helppier removes the pain point of trying to find volunteers and also allows people to instead to focus on what's really important, which is making a real difference in their communities. And that's the main advantage we see for the Helppier platform.
Cool, thank you. Thank you for the answer. The second question is a little bit more technical. So I would love to hear what was your biggest challenge when implementing the Android app? And of course, like, how did you overcome that challenge?
So we faced a lot of challenges actually, but the latest one was related to our facial recognition system. In our last development iteration, when we talked to our mentor, we realized that we needed to improve our security to ensure the safety of our users. So what we decided to do is to add a facial recognition system. And what we wanted to do as well is to have like a strong privacy component. So we wanted to have some on-device machine learning model that would allow us to get that facial recognition working. I'll pass it on to James that will tell you more about how we have it going right now.
Yeah, but when we were trying to do the facial recognition, there were a lot of libraries available for facial recognition, but it had some issues with like compatibility and efficiency. So we kind of had to build our own backend REST API. We utilize like facial recognition endpoints when volunteer want to like sign up for a job or volunteering or register an account. It takes like the base64 image data, which is sent to the backend. And that base64 data that converts to the embedding, validates the user recognition, and sends the output back to the application. And yeah, that's back to you, Amin.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for sharing more about your project. We do have a question from the audience. So I'm going to pull that in right now. So are there any procedures to verify users? Background checks are important in such cases, I believe.
Yes, this goes back to security. It's one of the main things we talked about with our mentor about how to verify who is actually using the app. So that's what we go back to our facial recognition system. First thing is we want to make sure that the person that signed up is the person that is actually doing the task. And then one thing we're trying to do is keep it localized. The idea is we are not really trying to make you drive 2-3 hours to some beach cleanup. No, we want you to be in your area. And then, so to that, we're using something of a referral system for people to get onto this app, kind of like Clubhouse. So when organizations come and when people come, they invite people they know, people they can trust. And that way we can build like more of a strong sense of community, especially in our neighborhoods.
That's great. Awesome. I would love to use this. I always say I want to volunteer, and if there's something to make it a bit easier or one-off, that would be great. So thank you so much for thinking about this, taking this on. We really enjoyed this project. So thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.